Hello again, I am Blunty, and while software updates are not something I usually cover here, today is different. It's not just a patch. Today we get new features on the Nintendo Switch, like the pre-purchase option for selected games on the eShop, which is nice. Talking about that on stream the other day, actually. But one new feature in particular tickles my pickle in a lovely way. Video capture. Long promised as something they were looking into, now it's a reality. Kind of. But in a half-assed, only sometimes useful, a little bit gimped way. Sigh. Cynicism aside, the patch notes read thusly. Capture video on selected games. To capture video, hold down the capture button during gameplay. Up to maximum of the previous 30 seconds will be saved in the album. You can trim the beginning and end of each clip, post to Facebook and Twitter. As of October 18, 2017, this feature is compatible with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS, and Splatoon 2. I don't know what that voice was either. So, not quite what we were hoping for. It doesn't work with every game automatically right out of the box, and in fact it only currently works at all with 5 of Nintendo's own games, and that's it. Presumably though, this can and indeed will be patched into existing games from other parties. As indeed it seemed to require that I patched Mario Kart 8 before it had even let me use the video capture. Interestingly though, Zelda Breath of the Wild didn't ask for a patch first. And of course, anyone with half a clue was expecting some kind of limited capture time, given the Switch's comparatively tiny amount of storage. Any kind of go for however long you like video capture would have just destroyed anyone's local storage ridiculously quickly and caused all kinds of issues. But 30 seconds? I was hoping for somewhere like 3 times that, to make it easier to capture the lead up to a cool event and give you enough padding space on the other side to hit the capture button afterwards once everything's calmed down again. Indeed, for example, in Zelda Breath of the Wild, 30 seconds is not long enough to capture the entirety of an even moderately sized gliding adventure, but 30 seconds should work okay for most of the stuff you want to show off on Twitter and whatnot. And again, this was never ever going to be a pure capture option for full-on, full-length Let's Play style stuff. But importantly, what about the quality? Well, let's take a look. What you're seeing on screen is what I've captured externally via my Elgato HD60 Pro HDMI capture device versus the video files the Switch has created, which I've pulled directly from the SD card itself. As I expected and a little disappointed by, much like with the screenshot option, even if you're in console mode running the game at 1080p, the video file is going to be 720p. With screenshots, this really annoys me, because 720p is just too small to be useful as awesome wallpaper and stuff. I've got some terrific shots that are just too low res to be useful for much at all. With video, especially with video in 30-second or less segments designed to be shared on Twitter, it's actually fine. I'd like it to be 1080p, so using them in a YouTube video for things like neat shit that happened, compilation videos and such would be of higher quality, but hey, it will still be useful enough for those. Image quality-wise, it's not too bad at all, really. Nice and clean, free largely from the worst kind of compression artifacting like macro blocking, and at a full 30 frames per second. I was half expecting it to be 15 or 12 or something ridiculous. The bitrate in use is variable, but it seems to be usually between 5 and 5.5 megabits a second, which is appropriate for a 720p 30 frames per second video. They're recorded in H.264 with AAC 48 kHz stereo sound, so that's pretty nice. Very useful, highly compatible for editing software if you do want to use them elsewhere. To trigger a recording, you only have to hold the button down for about 2 seconds, which in some games can be a bit of an ask mid-action, but it works. Actually, saving the clip takes about 15 seconds for a 30-second clip, which is slow. But at least it doesn't seem to impact gameplay performance or anything like that. But the good news about that super slow saving is it seems to instantly reset the recording buffer, so while you can't save a clip while another clip is already being saved, if you trigger a recording after the saving process is finished, that 15 seconds or so of gameplay that happened while you were waiting for that file to be saved is properly recorded. I think that made sense. Basically, if something awesome happens after you hit record, you're not missing out on the chance to capture it once that recording is done saving. The basic top and tail editing works okay too, just mark a start and a stop point, or in video editing parlance, an in and an out point, and save. And usefully, it saves as a separate file, so you still keep the full source clip untouched should you want to make multiple different short clips from it, or share a short clip and then use the longer clip elsewhere or whatnot. After you're done selecting the portion of the video you want to post, actually posting to Twitter works just like a screenshot. All in all, it's a very welcome feature. I will certainly be using it. There's been more than a few times where I've been playing, handheld in particular, where I wished for this feature to finally arrive. And here it is. I love the screenshot feature. I use it pretty much constantly. And I'm going to love the video capture feature just as much, I expect. It's not perfect, but it'll do just fine. It's better than nothing. And I hope it comes to all Switch games rather quickly. Certainly wish I had it for a lot of my Mario plus Rabbids gameplay. There were some great moments in there I wish I could have saved. Oh well. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.